Hey guys, this is take 2 of the video I was trying to work on. Apparently the enemy doesn't want the word getting out there today, so my alarm went off right in the middle of the video, so I'm going to start back again, hopefully get back on track to where I was. Yesterday we talked about David, and God's really brought me to the book of 1 Samuel as I'm preparing to speak in just a couple of weeks, and learn different things about David. Check out the video from yesterday if you guys missed it. But today I'm looking in 1 Samuel chapter 18 and verse 5. Anytime you're promoted spiritually, be ready because the enemy is ready to demote you. He's ready to come in like a buzzard. It's John 10:10 says he's ready to kill, steal, and destroy. And he's very tactical. He's going to do whatever it takes to just knock you off that pedestal, knock you off your feet. And so backing up a little bit, we're in chapter 18, but backing up to yesterday, what we read in 16 and 17 was that David slayed Goliath. He ends up finding favor with Saul. He moves into Saul's household. Him and Saul's son Jonathan become really tight, really close friends. And it says we're in 1 Samuel 18, verse 5, it says, whatever Saul sent him to do, David did it so successfully that Saul gave him a high rank in the army. So he got promoted. He got a promotion. And like I said, any time that God promotes you spiritually, be ready for the enemy to come. He's ready to just dethrone that. He's ready to just take that away from you. And what happens is these ladies come and they start dancing in the street and they're having a celebration and they're celebrating Saul, but what they're saying is that Saul slayed thousands, but David slayed tens of thousands. And so they're kind of bragging on David a little bit, and this does not settle well with Saul. He gets really aggravated, really ticked off and angry. And from that moment on, it says in verse 9 that from that time on, Saul kept a jealous eye on David. And over the next couple of days, he's trying to pin him to the wall. He's trying to throw spears at him. I mean, he's an angry dude. And so it really made me think. I want to flip over for just a moment to Nehemiah chapter 4. And a little bit about Nehemiah. He was really, really burdened for his homeland, and it got burnt with fire. It was just a really bad situation, and he just wept and he grieved over his homeland. And so he ended up becoming very successful and getting all these people from many different trades. They weren't builders. I mean, they were from many different trades to work together, put their hands together, and get the job done. Well, there's these guys that are not real thrilled about what's going on. They're not thrilled with the walls being rebuilt. And so these few guys are basically trying to find ways to discourage them and demount what they're doing. They're trying to tear apart what they're doing. So Nehemiah just says, you know what? We prayed to our God, posted a guard day and night to meet this threat. You've got to keep guard of what it is that God is doing in your heart. The dream is not going to just come to pass without a fight. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. That's what he tried to do. You know, Adam and Eve, there was, there was a promise that was birthed through Adam and Eve. You know, fertility comes about, and then boom, the seed is destroyed. Cain kills Abel. I mean, there's just so much, if you go through the scriptures, how God gave a promise, God gave a dream to Joseph. Like, for instance, Joseph. God gave Joseph an incredible dream, but his brothers got jealous, and they tried to demote what God was doing in his life. And so, in Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 16 and 17, it says basically those who carried the materials, the builders, they had their building materials in one hand and they had a sword in the other hand, their weapon at the other at their side. So I feel like that in the spiritual realm, we're working for God, we're tilling the ground, we're doing what He's called us to do, whether that's writing or speaking or blogging or playing the piano or doing, training young kids in sports, whatever that thing is for you, whatever that it is for you, you're doing this thing. But then on the other hand, you got to guard it. The enemy's coming to steal, kill, and destroy. He wants to tear you limb from limb. He wants to rip apart the dream, make it to where it's not credible. And I just want to encourage you guys today from Nehemiah chapter 4, get in there and just read what it has to say. And again in 1 Samuel chapter 18, how, David got promoted. That's awesome. We get promoted spiritually sometimes and great things happen in our lives. But the devil comes. He's ready to knock you off of that spiritual high that you're on right now. He's ready to take away that excitement. He wants to steal your joy, but you've got to fight for it. I just encourage you guys today to, as hard as you're working for the Lord, you keep that eye out and keep looking, because the enemy is luring right around the corner. He is waiting to devour you. I love you guys. Live life unscripted. If you're encouraged, please check out my blog for more videos like this, lifeunscriptedministries.org. You can find videos like this on YouTube, Life Unscripted Ministries, no spaces. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Life Unscripted and the number 5. Love you guys.